welcome to a new episode of the LowLife podcast. I got my boy Sanvan here as our special guest today. Of course, I got my co-host, the crew, the LowLife podcast crew, ID Ghoul and Dennis.
Welcome back, everybody.
Look at sit down, bro. We're about to get back into it. A lot has happened since our last episode with, oh my God, by the way, before we get into stuff, I just want to personally thank every single one of y'all for the love we received on that last episode. Hamashad held it down. He did what he had to do. We got the most views we've gotten on a YouTube video so far. We're almost at 500. So
shout out to Mama Shad.
Not a celebrity.
Shout out to celebrity. We already knew this. But yeah, I just want to say thank y'all before we get started. That meant a lot. Seeing the interaction with y'all and how much y'all really loved it, it motivated us to keep going. So with that being said, let's get into it. A lot has happened since the last podcast. I want to start with something that was fairly recent, about 2-3 days ago, right? The Travis Scott Astrofest incident with that left 8 people dead. It was pretty fatal, and it was a shitty situation, really. And just poor mismanagement of the whole situation. The whole the festival was just understaffed, unprepared, and frankly dangerous. But we're here to talk about it. I want to know, what have y'all heard? What have y'all done?
I think one thing that they still haven't done is no one has taken responsibility. So there's no accountability for anyone. I don't know, like obviously the concert has its own, companies that run it and organize it, and then there's Travis and his people too. Mm-hmm. And even the venue, I guess that they also could be accountable, but but no one has even stepped up to say anything other than media posts. So that's what kind of annoys me.
I've seen videos of people that have had that experience in setting up venues and stuff, and one of the main things they always say is literally everyone's at fault because everything that happened could have been prevented. There has been that could have been prevented, but they just didn't care. They're more focused to have the show go on.
And I know Astrofest is this big thing they do yearly. Astroworld. No, it's called, the festival itself is called Astrofest. 50,000 people in a small, cramped little area.
I mean, that's how many tickets they sold. They also had those people that stormed.
They breached. A lot of people breached it.
So there's even more people than capacity allowed.
Oh, 100%. That's why.
The gate being broken. I saw a video this dude. He was he fell down. He was basically being trampled on. There was people just running over him. He kept getting back up, falling back down, getting back up, falling back down. Just
that's scary.
But the thing is, I saw as they were doing it, I saw 3-4 people around the person who was falling, dragging him back up and screaming for everybody to stop. And people just kept going. We got to think about the negligence of the fans also. That has not been brought up. That has not been brought up enough. We've been blaming the celebrities. We've been blaming the venue. What about the fucking a bunch of
100%.
Rangers, dude.
I was going to say the audience that Travis Scott brings, I think overall is a bit of a younger crowd, right? He connects with the younger crowd.
There was a 10-year-old injured, almost
9. I read an article.
9-year-old. Come on, that cannot have. You cannot.
He was 9 actually. He was about to be 10.
You have to also consider it's also Guardian's fault. Who brings a child to
that's dumb.
There should be an age limit for a mosh pit.
For the younger audience. I don't know.
Travis has had everyone knows that Travis Scott concert are wild. People pass out.
And I read an article this morning talking about this child. I forgot his name, but he was on his father's shoulder.
Yeah.
His father got knocked down.
He fell. Yeah.
And he had no shot at that point. Little child, probably not even 100 pounds.
But he was only hospitalized, right?
Huh?
He was only hospitalized, or was it anything?
No, he died. He passed.
No.
Yeah, he passed.
He was one of the 8?
Yeah.
Oh, no. How about his father?
His father, I think, was just injured. But, yeah, it's a very...
how much
is tragic.
Father.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God.
But I'm sure they're all putting the blame on Travis. But like,
my thing is like, yeah, like it's easy to say that.
I mean, he's the head figure, but
who the fuck expects that? That's
true.
happen?
Yeah,
like, who really expects that?
I mean, there's definitely lawsuits. There are definitely gonna be some lawsuits.
Oh, they got charged. Drake and Travis are each get hit with the lawsuit for $1 million, which I think.
God.
Literally, like, that ain't shit.
Are you kidding me?
Insurance policy on the venue, and the venue is like $26 million of like insurance for them. So like they're not even like taking a real big effect on this whole thing.
My thing is also is Travis could have handled it a lot better. I started out defending. I was like, what could he fucking do? That's not really his fault. Crowds get crazy all the time. But as details were coming out, as people were chanting, please stop, like the whole crowd.
Yeah, you're supposed to stop. You have to stop, and he didn't.
Speaking of like him being like creepy and shit with like, oh, I'm sorry. I don't know.
No, you're good. You got it. But I curse all the fucking time. Fuck. Sorry.
But like, there's a lot of conspiracies coming out now of like, I know it shouldn't, like, there are 8 people dead. You shouldn't make something like, make conspiracy theories about this stuff.
Oh yeah, him selling into for the devil or whatever.
But like, there's a lot going. Like, there's this one. So you know how there's like 8 people dead, right? Mm-hmm. There's this like there's conspiracies because there's like 8 shows up a lot in this event. No. There's like 8 flames coming out. There was 8 dogs in his music. In his very recent.
Oh, there was an upside down cross.
Yeah. And then look. On his shirt, there's 8 people, right? 4 of them were blue, and then
that's just reaching. There was 8 people on his shirt.
And the other four turning demonic when they went through the door. And then like throughout the whole concert thing, there was like, you know, see you on the other side, and a lot of people were saying it was like an event from hell. Yes. I'm not believing this stuff.
I was young. I understand that.
I'm just saying, conspiracies about that, and there's like a bunch of eyes. And
remember when King Von died? They said Lil Durk sacrificed him to the devil. That's just what comes to mind to me.
And then you know when you enter Astrofest, there's like a big Travis Scott head. So that's like a very prevalent image of like going through, like there's this image of like a face. Mm-hmm. It's like demonic, and it's like supposed to like symbolize like people going into hellfire, going into hell. Yeah, I don't know. It's just a lot. It's like when you really look.
Was that on TikTok?
Of course it was. Come on, man.
Okay, that's why I stay on TikTok, guys.
Yeah. No, it was a scientific journal posted by the Guardian themselves.
Yeah, the Guardian.
The journal.
Okay, I don't even know what to say to this right now. I'm actually sweating,
man. But from my personal experience,
I'm just joking.
Loud, man, and the mosh pits can get crazy, but and I've seen people pass out, and I've seen people get knocked down.
How was Rolling Loud? I never asked you.
Phenomenal. I enjoyed it. It was my first festival type thing. I went to Dreamville before that, and that was one of the experience. And Rolling Loud, man, the amount of people was just insane. And it was in Florida, Miami. So
it was hot.
You're in the crowd, you're sweating. Like I was looking up to the sky trying to get some fresh breath, some fresh air. And
that's insane.
The etiquette there was still respectful, and the general age of people looked like a lot older than what I saw at the Astrofest. And people were just nice and kind. If someone got knocked down, people would pick each other up, and there wasn't that rage element.
Sense of community.
People were respectful. So
may I ask? Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, but I wanted to ask, who was a compelling performer that you saw? Like, out of all those artists you saw, who really like caught your eye? You really enjoyed the most?
I'm gonna tell you the best, and I'm gonna tell you the worst.
Okay.
The best, probably a tie between A$AP Rocky and Lil Baby.
Okay. Yeah. I heard Lil Baby's great.
Hey, before you say the worst, I'm just gonna act like I'm offended either way. Go.
The worst, I'm gonna say, and I had this dude. I experienced this at both Dreamville and Rolling Loud.
It's the same guy.
Yeah, same guy. For me, it had to be 21 Savage.
21 Savage.
That's messed up. That's my guy.
I can see it. I like 21 Savage's music. I love it. I can definitely see
it. A bit. Not very. Not very into it.
He doesn't have stage presence.
Yeah, boring. His songs obviously go hard. You could still get lit to it, but he just, and he came late both times. He was
really? Oh shit!
Man, that's annoying.
That makes you pissed when you're.
That's annoying.
And,
nothing's happening.
And that automatically made me I hate him more.
I feel like a
Yeah.
lot of
Great
people
artists,
probably
though.
like that too, though.
Don't be late, man. It's your own show.
You don't like?
21 Savage. Who else? I think majority of people were good. Yeah.
I mean,
Wait, did that girl perform? The one who, what's her name? She was a
Coy.
whole meme. Yeah.
Coy Leray.
Yeah.
I didn't
yeah.
watch
How was
it.
it?
They had 4 stages, so
oh, okay. So
could
you
catch
could choose who you wanted to watch.
Yeah. But you can kind of hear the other stages if your stage wasn't playing any music, and
No offense to Coiler,
I don't
but if
know.
there's other artists performing, I'm probably not gonna be on that stage. I
That's
saw a
what
lot
I'm
of
saying.
people. I saw a lot of people at her stage. So
no, it seemed, yeah, I seen videos after when I
Mm-hmm.
came back home, and I mean, it seemed like
it was a meme because like
There's
the
so
whole
many
crowd
people.
was standing still. Apparently,
Yeah,
they
yeah,
were really mean to that girl
Yeah.
online. They were really on Twitter specifically, bro. They were so mean to this girl, bro.
Hey,
I
but
just
now
don't understand.
she got a bunch of clout now. Like
Well,
people
yeah,
are
I mean,
like,
I guess.
that always, any, what do they
She's
say?
a
Any
high.
publicity is good
Good
publicity.
publicity.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm sure she gets streams from even the bullshit that people say.
Yeah.
About. I heard she's
That's
big on TikTok, but who isn't big on TikTok?
that's facts.
I'm sorry, I always hate on TikTok. I feel like an old motherfucker.
Well,
So I'm
it's
still stuck on
it's
Facebook.
such a good platform to grow your
Oh, I bet.
content
Yeah.
and your channels, though.
It's so easy to just get shit out. And I said this multiple times. I don't know if I've said this on a podcast, but I view TikTok as what SoundCloud was in 2017. You know what I mean? It was
Okay.
just like such a easy way for you to promote your music.
Oh yeah.
So TikTok is up there for like promotional
And it's
reasons.
just like it's so addicting. Like
I know,
they
it's
have
just
the
the swiping
algorithm down to like the T. Like
It's the
they will get you
Chinese.
hooked.
It's Vine on steroids because Vine was like that.
yeah, but this time it's got like an algorithm and like it'll give you things that they
Yeah,
think
yeah,
you
yeah.
enjoy. So you just keep
They
getting
mastered that. Yeah.
The nostalgia factor of Vine isn't talked about enough because like I've
Oh
seen a
my
few
God.
old Vines. I'm like, how the fuck was this?
I mean, there are Vine reposts on TikTok. They're still
People
popular.
quote old vines all the time still. You know?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
what's the dog doing and shit like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, like it left a mark on us, like as pop culture went on. But
100%.
TikTok is like that times like a million, bro.
Yeah,
Think
Yeah,
about the
100%.
reason why TikTok was about to be banned because like the Chinese had like access to your information.
Yeah.
forever.
Who doesn't? right?
Yeah.
And they still do. Like, what are you
Yeah,
gonna? They're not
think
gonna
about
take.
it- think about it from this aspect. Like the 60th president of the United States is in the TikTok comment section calling somebody the hard R right now. Like,
Yeah.
is going in. Like then the Chinese have access to that. They got a screenshot of that. There goes his election. Or
Mhm.
you can use it against him.
Oh, I see what you're
and
saying.
you know what I mean?
I see.
You can use it against them as blackmail. Be like, you gotta do whatever the fuck I say, or boom, this is out there.
Yeah.
He's saying that because every guy has a freckle on their forearm. The fuck, Dusty? What are you talking about?
Oh, tell them. All right, what do you want to talk about?
I don't know, Ali. How's your test?
Let me give some background context. So here's a story about being arrogant.
Yeah. Go on.
This morning I have an exam. It's in my accounting classes. I have an exam, and I studied for it. I was very confident before studying for it anyway. I was like, you know what? I got this. And it's not like I didn't study and I was just like cocky and I walked in. I did everything. I was like, it's going to be easy. That was the worst hour and 30 minutes of my life. I don't know what I was thinking. And then midway through, I just started like laughing to myself, like, why are you such an idiot? Like you walk in so like chest puffed out, and then I had no idea what was on the test. And I turned the paper into my professor. I was like one of the last people to finish. And
You were
they
one of
knew
last?
something was. Yeah, that's funny. I'm an idiot. That's what I am.
You asked
they-
other people how they did.
Did who? Me? No, I
Your other-
bolted out of there. I've never left a class so defeated before. I left there in a sweat.
Two things. One, chances are if Ali Goal is doing bad on a test or thinks he did bad on a test, chances are so did everyone else.
That's
two.
no.
Two. Welcome to college, man.
Damn, it feels good to be a gangster.
So just everyone, please don't be cocky for anything. It just doesn't help. It doesn't help.
Nah, man, you need some confidence going into things.
No,
Hey,
I had
don't
too
think
much
that you're
confidence.
fucked up.
I had too much confidence. That's the whole story. And that was the intermission. Thank you for joining the Ali and Sauron Only podcast. We're back to the regular one.
I was explaining while you left about this guy at T-Mobile that I worked with. When I worked at T-Mobile, this guy would come in. He was about 70 years old, 70 fucking like a fucking old geezer, bro. He thought 5G is gonna melt our faces off. We have chips in us that the government implanted.
Fair.
He ripped it out in the 70s, so the government's after him.
Yeah. Facts.
You know, facts, right? And this motherfucker, he came in like, and his phone would stop working. He said the government would fry his phone, so he'd be like, "My TikTok is not." Walk into fucking coming into T-Mobile, pissed as fuck, raising his voice, yelling, "My TikTok isn't working." This motherfucker's 70 years old, bro, and we were all positive he was a fucking pedophile, but can't really prove that.
If you're on TikTok at 70,
At 70, bro.
what you watching, bro? What you looking at?
What's it called?
Congress.
No. Yeah, I forgot what it's called. Whistleblower.
Oh,
A
yeah.
whistleblower from Facebook came out and like just that's why Meta was launched.
Yes.
Because the name of Facebook was basically slander.
Yes.
Like it was like
Yeah.
a fucking evil company selling information to governments. That's
Basically, yeah.
And the whistleblower exposed all of that. And basically that's what launched this Meta. So I don't know. They're planning on making this Meta thing huge. Like it's gonna be a metaverse. You make your own character. You get to travel around.
Man, it's just turning into a video game. I don't know if it's gonna catch on.
Yeah, virtual reality kind of thing, which is creepy because they're advancing towards.
It's impressive though too. You have to give a bit of respect.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah,
It can
it's
be
a-
creepy, but it is
You
creepy.
know, it's a
getting
big step. It's a big
The
step.
virtual world into real life, that's like crazy.
No, it's
No,
it's,
that is
like-
sad.
it's a thing
That's
that
like this
I think
whole
it's a
simulation
distraction.
thing, bro.
I
Yeah.
think it's a distraction from what's happening with really.
Yeah,
with
I
You
mean,
can
people.
disassociate.
Uh-huh.
Really
Yeah, I mean,
easily.
there's this theory. It's by founding fathers. It was like, a republic or democracy. It was like it can't go down unless the government is able to destroy civilization or society brick by brick, just by you standing in it. And like one of the methods right now is like people just don't like they're being distracted with other things like right now.
They don't
technology,
realize it's
internet.
being destroyed
Yeah.
around them. Like,
They don't
we're just
realize.
kinda- it's this freedom we're like kind of coaxed with to believe that we have, where it's being stripped away from us slowly,
Yeah, exactly.
bit by bit.
Yeah.
And that's the thing, you kind of have to give up a little to get some back, you know.
Yes.
And there's a point where we're really not aware of what's going on behind closed doors, and that's where the distrust lies. And that's why people don't want to take vaccines, and that's why people don't trust the government, don't really believe in anything the government has to say.
Socialism? Question mark.
Some runs for that.
What? No, I didn't say
Someone else
anything,
is
bro.
socialism.
I didn't say anything,
Socialism.
bro. I didn't
Hey,
say
This guy,
anything.
socialist.
Communist.
The
This fires the
Republicans-
people up.
The Republicans need to come after this guy. He's a socialist.
I need to be torched.
My thing is, bro, capitalism works, and it's stupid to be on the bad side of things. I feel bad that I think capitalism works, but an incentivized market makes sense to me. Like in my
Yeah.
head, that makes sense. That's how it should be.
I just don't. Like,
Where's the strive to be a fucking billionaire in a socialist economy?
like the power built like I saw this thing. It's Bill Gates has more power being just behind the scene, like not being a president, because he has so much money to pass laws
Yes.
and lobby things
Lobby,
through
yes.
Congress.
The lobbying is insane.
Yeah.
Like the fact that we have to do our own taxes and you can get arrested or fined because you don't do your taxes correctly is absurd, because all those websites that you can use to do your taxes and pay, you know, TurboTax, whatever, they themselves lobby to make it harder for Americans to do
Yeah,
taxes
exactly.
themselves, so
Yeah.
you can give them more money for them to do your taxes.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's, you know what? That's
Everything
sneaky.
in capitalism,
TurboTax.
for real. Like the Pentagon, did you see that thing where like people are quitting because like they're seeing how far China has progressed technology wise.
The reason why
That
that
is-
doesn't scare me, can I tell y'all, is the reason why that doesn't scare me is simply because it's literally simply because I think, shoot, I lost my train of thought, guys. Sorry.
China's in his head. They can't
Sorry,
even let him
sorry.
speak anymore.
Launching a campaign is always going to be filled with bias, you know.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
have you guys seen Social Network?
Yes, but it was
Yeah,
years
I
ago.
yeah, I mean,
They kind of like
Mark is
told you how much of a piece of shit
Mark is-
Mark Zuckerberg.
Have you
is.
seen Edward Snowden though? Is that what it's called? Snowden.
Snowden?
Have
It's
you
called the
seen
movie. I haven't watched the
Snowden?
movie. I know about the
Yeah.
situation completely
Yeah.
though. The NRA is
That whole
fucked too.
situation.
But y'all, do y'all mess with Mark Zuckerberg's hairline?
No.
Of
No.
What are you
course.
talking about? Dude, it's literally
I was shooting myself,
And
bro.
you know
If
what?
I had 2 bullets and I was in the room with Scott Taha and fucking Mark Zuckerberg. Shots getting shot in the leg, then I'm shooting Mark Zuckerberg in the head. You understand me?
We love Shadi.
We love Shotty.
we love you, Shotty. No,
Yeah,
that's a bold statement. I won't back that up. I wouldn't do that.
Annoying me because like a lot of these like right like conservative people idolize these billionaires like, oh, they're doing hard work. Bro, you know how much exploiting they had to do to get to that top? You know how much sneaky shit they had to do?
That's the rat race, bro. You gotta
That's
adapt.
both sides. Let me say that right now. That's both sides. Everyone idolizes everyone. That's literally what I've learned.
It's human nature to idolize these fucking powerful, rich ass motherfuckers who have bitches suck their dick at a snap of a finger. Like it's an ideal thing for humans to have to strive towards something. And that's where the incentive is for me. And I'm trying to tell y'all, like, we can break down this institution and tear it all the way down, build it right back up exactly how we want it. One grimy motherfucker out of all of it is gonna come around, find loopholes to fuck everybody, bro. And
so just leave it.
We never bring up.
Yeah, Dima's very humans are terrible people.
No, I truly believe humans are here in the evil.
Michael Jackson said it best. It's human nature.
Thank you.
Hey, but
I'll be here all night.
I just want to say, like, another thing with capitalism is that, like, it really promotes that idea of selfish desires and being just
me.
Yeah, me. That's like also why, like, we've been literally we've been growing up in an environment that's been promoting that. So of course we're gonna think that, but I feel like if a socialist, let's say, government was set up, the new generation, the new people being born in that society would think differently.
Write this down.
Yeah.
For the podcast specifically.
Sure.
I wanted to bring this up. What if I told y'all the Dow is over 36,000? Unemployment has dropped from 6.3% in January to 4.8%. Over 5 million jobs have been added. A record 220 million vaccines in 10 months. And only 30% of the country thinks the U.S. is on the right track. The Democratic Party has a huge messaging problem. They can't connect with their people. They can't, with their demographic.
There's trust issues.
You just can't. They can't. I don't know what the fuck it is. They're so out of touch. And they're so, I guess, like, we're the good side. We're all like, they don't fucking message with people. The reason why nobody trusts the Democrats because we see the bullshit. Yeah. They always put on this bullshit front that we're the good side. We care about the minority. No, you care about the minority vote. And that's been exposed multiple times. You need to change your approach. Like, I just listed a bunch of great things they have. Motherfuckers are just looking at gas prices that are a completely third party, like, economical, like, thing. Like, it just doesn't. Very angry, bro. I can't even talk. And I'm not even trying to defend the Democrats. It just shows you how bullshit like politics is in America. Tells you how bullshit the politics are in America. Because it's all about messaging. It's all about who you're talking to, and it's all about how you talk to them.
It's becoming like a cult, man. I don't know. You see the Republicans, like the way Trump connected with them, he created like a gang of Republicans. I don't know. These dudes will like kill people if they have different views. I don't know. It's
so black and white now.
You don't need that. I don't know. It's just so divided.
Guys,
so much.
Let's just all come together for once.
No,
dude.
No, it's not gonna work. I'm sorry. Screw that.
Remember the presidential debate? He's like, "Can you guys say one nice thing about each other?" Bro, I always find myself in the middle in life because the middle is always the right place to be in life. You never want to steer too far into a direction. I don't like to grow my hair out long. I like to keep it in the middle. I don't like it too short. In the middle. My beard in the middle. Fucking everything in the middle. All my views are like medium. You can't steer to one side because then you kind of you have a bias at that point.
Also, in a car, if there's a driver's seat and then it's only one other person, sit in the back seat middle, not the front.
Exactly.
Let him know, Ali.
See, what you do is you bring your leg over your back onto the steering wheel and look in between your legs.
Now people just are less inclined to look at other viewpoints nowadays. They're so set on their opinion that people don't want to look at other people's views and take into account what they have to say. You know, no one wants to look at the other side and see, oh, okay, maybe there is some truth in that, but I still disagree with this part of that. People just stick with
Because we're all too arrogant. Like, I feel like social media especially has made us all too cocky with our own views, and we're like, we have to be right, and we are right.
Man, I'm really frustrated with American politics today. As y'all can see, I get flustered when I talk about it. I can't even fucking complete my sentences.
It's like sports teams.
Oh, you know what that brings up?
Yeah.
You can't finish your sentence. So can't Joe Biden. That guy is no, I am sorry, but that guy is dying as we watch him die. It's like, oh my gosh. I feel so bad for him. I feel so bad.
I didn't know, but like apparently like Joe Biden like fell asleep.
Oh yeah, he fell
He
asleep.
fell, I saw a clip of him falling asleep, and then his aide coming and tapping on his shoulders like, bro,
Like the scar right here.
yeah, I mean he's done open brain surgery. I feel bad for him. It's like,
I mean,
I really do. I feel like they're just.
I feel bad for him.
I mean, him and Kamala Harris have been asleep. I mean, bro, it's been a year since they've been elected, and they've been asleep this whole year. I haven't seen shit been done.
I feel bad specifically for Joe Biden. I don't think he should have.
Really good. Can I just read it out loud?
Yeah. 100%.
People bring up Trump's policies and they say that it's not as bad as Biden's. I personally am somebody who has been dealing with Trump's policies affecting my life. My wife, my fiance of like 3 years, I haven't been able to see or bring to America just because of Trump's travel ban and the things that came off with him laying off people, laying off hundreds of workers that work for visa centers, and basically what's happened is all the work is piled on to what little employees are left, and it's kind of fucked us. 300,000 Americans are affected with this, where they have no knowledge of where their cases have become. So she said, with a policy like that, Dietmann's wife would literally not be able to come to this country. Policies are literally affecting people's lives. Honest or not, he had many policies that were xenophobic, and she's talking about Trump. And
The Muslim ban, right?
Says that's 100% fact.
Yeah.
That's something that has affected me personally. That's something that has affected 300,000 plus Americans. And you can't sit here and tell me that's okay. I don't care. I don't care how you can look somebody like me in the face and tell me, hey, this is better than the latter. It's not true.
It's just annoying when people like don't understand the privilege they're given and they like to talk about it. And it's like, bro, you don't understand what you're saying. Like, I don't know. There's a lot of like people who are like just like, oh, hard work is all you need to get out of poverty. I'm like, bro, 13% of people get out of poverty. How are you gonna tell me it only requires hard work? You're like, oh, look at these billionaires that came out of nothing. Like, bro, that was, you know, the likelihood of that happening. It's like
1 in a billion. Basically, have y'all paid attention to any local politics at all? I know Youngkin won.
Yeah, the Virginia election was a bit of a surprise for Virginia because it is the first time a Republican has won. I don't know the exact amount of years, but it's definitely at least like 15 years, I believe.
Yeah.
Correct me if I'm wrong. I wasn't too aware of their stances, and I hate being a one topic voter.
Yeah.
But when I heard that Youngkin wanted to create a coal-based economy,
It's just outdated. It just doesn't make sense.
Yeah. McAuliffe put in a lot of committees to help with green, energy and the Green New Deal and help with clean
Just
energy.
progressive shit.
And he wants to sort of disband those. Youngkin does, which I don't believe can happen. Same with McAuliffe. He was a big he put a big emphasis on trying to ban assault rifles in Virginia, which a lot of people didn't want to vote for him because of that, which I don't think he would have succeeded with that either, but these views and these stances on these things persuade so many people to swing one way or another, even though I don't think they get either of those done.
But that's a lot of things. There's a lot of false promises in those campaigns.
Yes, a lot.
It really fools a lot of people. When people get mad, that's why Biden, a lot of people are like, what the fuck have you done? Like, you haven't done anything. You promised black people this, you promised the Hispanics this. all kinds of shit. When in reality, he can't do it because he's crippled with a Senate that's Republican, or you know what I mean. Like it's not that easy. It's not that simple.
Assault rifles been banned. I think maybe it was just guns in general. I'm not sure. I know
Yeah,
it's
I have no
something
idea.
with some sort of weapon ban,
But yeah, I didn't vote personally, and I feel like a hypocrite. Basically, I just wanted to say, like, I'm gonna call myself out publicly onto the live, like, into the podcast. I didn't vote, and I said on that one podcast episode that the way we change the government today is by voting from the local standpoint and hoping it trickles upwards. And I just like to call myself out on that shit because I didn't vote, bro, and I should have. I just want to thank Samran for coming by.
Of course.
I just want to thank Dennis.
Sauron, you got 15 seconds. What do you got to say?
Give us something. What's
What do
the
you
last? What? Just give us
15 seconds.
Samran's statement for this podcast.
It's like the Hot Ones where he gives them the stage and he just talks.
Yeah, there you go.
I don't know, man. I'm under a lot of pressure right now.
You got it.
But I just want to say it's been a pleasure. You know, it's always a pleasure. You know, it's been very
Pleasurable.
talking,
Complicated.
you know, very thought-provoking.
You know, we're just
Yeah.
learning, man.
Yeah, we're all learners. Lifelong
Shot
learners.
said some beautiful things. You said we were expressing our own emotion.
Exactly.
That's what
Exactly.
emotions.
So I just want to thank you all for tuning in. But yeah, I love the interaction we have on the live streams. We're gonna start doing that a lot more, guys. Thank y'all so much for joining. It meant the world. You guys are still going at it about Democrats and Republicans. I wish I never voted.
What'd they say? What'd they say?
We're going
That
at it.
was a dangerous topic.
Yeah, all those comments, bro. I've never seen that many comments in my life.
Hey, ban all of them.
You guys.
Yeah, they're debating down there. Thank y'all. The LowLife Podcast.
Peace out.